Good day, everyone. Les here from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is January 10th, 2023. I'll be analyzing Magnis Energy Technologies, which the SX code is MNS. This is, unlike a lot of people may think, this isn't a lithium stock. In fact, this is a battery manufacturing company that aiming to become a vertical integrated and has also some anode projects in Tanzania, which they are looking at building a graphite mine. The interesting thing about this company is that it's not going to be long for them to start generating some revenue. In fact, they have just commenced its operation of 1.8 gigawatt hour lithium ion battery manufacturing in New York. That will bring immediate revenue. There's few steps that the company is still waiting for that to happen. Also, the lack of institutional investors have drastically slowed down its share price movements. But I'm confident that now in 2023, we might see some institutional investors jump in once the company starts generating some revenue. So let's have a look. Just want to remind you, this isn't financial advice, just as from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy and when to sell stocks, how we set up targets, stop losses, and much more on this channel. So I just wanted to invite you to become a member of our free Facebook community. We call it Buy, Grow, Sell Strategy for Share Traders. In this community, I'm going to be sharing comprehensive analysis of Magnis Energy that our team has put together. So ideally, we wanted to educate our members, our viewers, to understand before buying a particular company, understand the risks, understand what are the company about, what are the projects, and how can shareholders benefit from holding that particular stock. So that's why we put together our analysis. And obviously for our VIP members, we also offer what we call target prices and stop losses and all the metrics that we use for trading that particular company. So if you're interested in becoming a VIP member, just jump on bgtrading.com.au. We have a few different plans. You can start with a monthly plan. See if we are for real, if we exist, and if you like the way we work, then you can jump to longer plans. So it's up to you. There's no pushing, no making around. We go straight to what matters for our members and for our viewers. Now, let's understanding a little bit Magnis Energy Technology. Now, it is a Australian company, but most of its operation is based overseas. In fact, the company has recently launched its New York lithium-ion battery plant. They call IM3 New York. They trade throughout a subsidiary in New York called Imperium 3 New York. Magnis has majority of a shareholding of 60% and operates in world-class lithium-ion battery plant. Now, this is the first step for the company to start generating some revenue. And you see a lot of lithium stocks that are the stocks that we have been trading, just burning money. Magnis Energy has been burning a lot of money, obviously, to get those projects online, but we are very close to get some revenue in for this company. The key elements that will allow the company to start bringing revenue is the certification of its battery, and they are waiting that to happen in early this year. So we could have this announcement anytime over the next few months. And then obviously if this announcement is released in the market, hoping the market hasn't been crashing by the time this announcement, I'm pretty confident we will see this stock trading at the higher levels, potentially even above like 50, 60 cents mark. For me, this is an undervalued stock that institutional investors are not paying attention to, or if they paying attention to it, there is a stock that has a high probability of growing from the current price. And the interesting thing is now trading under 40 cents. This is a very interesting company to have in an entry around that sort of level, because most of the risk has would have been mitigated since the stock's trading at low levels. We're going to go to fundamental aspects a little bit later on this video. Now let's understand a little bit. Well, I have put some comparison here between this, like I'm on this sort of the battery technology they use with Tesla, all these small manufacturers, and the Kelt. So obviously, I'm not a expert in battery, but what they say here is that the battery is much more energy efficient, and the process which they manufacture the battery is also more effective than those guys here. Now, let's talk about a natural graphite project in Tanzania. This is a project that would be competing with companies like Tolga and Novonix. Is a node project, node material project, graphite. And what they aim to do is aiming to bring this project operation in the next 5 years, and therefore being able to actually between the 3 to 5 years. And what they want to do is they want to use the graphite from natural project to manufacture their own battery, and therefore fulfilling what they call vertical integrated supply chain. Now, what's happening with this project is the company has received 10 years permit to be able to start exporting the project in Tanzania. The government has a little bit stake on the project, obviously, but there is a lot of incentive from the local government to have that happening, to make it happen. And then there is a 10 years, at the moment, there is a 10 years infrastructure allowance for Magnis Energy to get this project online. Also, it's important to say that they just renewed that license back in 2021, which means the license extends to 2031. So it's a lot of time. So I have put some key highlights of this project, and obviously the first one that I'm always looking is what's the payback period for the project. Is only 19 months, and that's a pretty compelling period. We're talking about less than half years, like few months for a payback time. And then obviously this is the capacity of the project, 5 million tons a year. And so I put all the metrics here. But Magnis has secured a binding of taking for 600 K tons of graphite concentrate over the 6 years with Trax Europe for all flake size, and with further offtake agreements in discussion with other potential clients. So this is another thing that could happen. Obviously, investor traders have been waiting for offtake agreements announcements all over 2022. Have been a very frustrating period, but we might see something happen this year. And this is the timeline as well for APCM phase. So that's when they start building the construction and the purchasing of all the machinery and equipment. They're talking about middle of 2023, so which means in June, July, or August they should start commencing its engineering and construction. If that happens, then obviously again we'll be sitting in a company that is in the pre-production phase, not just for graphite, but also generating revenue from battery, lithium-ion battery from its New York facility. Furthermore, there's another thing going on in this company, which is a lithium-ion battery anode active material manufacturing plant in New York. They just actually doing that from the demonstration plant in New York. But what this plant does is they actually take the all size graphite flakes and turn into spherical graphite, which is a purified uh, material, and that's where they add most of the value in the supply chain. And that's when probably really compelling revenues will start to coming up. What they're planning to do is they're planning to install, to build those factories in in many places in the US over the incoming years. They even hire someone that is real estate expert to assist in acquiring some locations to start building its facility. Now, a lot of things going on with Magnis Energy. I'm not gonna go in details about the processing and in Magnis Energy, but rest assured there are some advantages, especially the fact that there's no chemicals or thermal purification with Magnis process technology compared to other companies. It is important for you to know that Magnis Energy generates no revenue at the moment. There's no revenue generating and just net loss, or obviously making this company still a very speculative stock. And probably that's one of the reasons that a lot of institutional investors are not really interested on this stock yet. But I think that's about changing. And if it's any time, I would be willing to sitting in Magnis Energy for, let's say, for the long term. When I talk about long term, I still want a target in mind, a long term target in mind. Would it be now in 2023, just because the reasons I just spoke about? From the technical side, let's open the technical and start to look into the chart. From the technical, has been a very frustrating journey. If you have bought Magnis Energy 1 year ago, you would be losing about 24% now. However, as you've seen here, there was quite a few upsides in during the year. So there was an opportunity for trading, like two opportunities for trading of 40%, one in January, one other one in March, and there's also opportunity for trading of 96% back in August, right? We trade there actually for 20, by memory, 25%, and we did trade the Magnis Energy back in 2021 for about 40% as well, and that was here on this massive rally here. We didn't do this trade here, but we've done those two trades, and I think, looking at the chart now, we are just followed by a bullish intersection level 1 here and some triangulations. There is obviously the share price is trading sideways, but we have this sort of a ascending support line here, which could help the share price to break out towards the upside. This is pretty much a triangulation, what we call. And to be honest, the share price could break out to the downside. But because the fundamentals are compelling and there's a lot of things going on this year for Magnis Energy, I think this is a potential. This is definitely a buying opportunity on our opinion, according to our strategy, not just because the fundamentals, but because the fact that the stock's trading at technically fair price. What we don't want to buy is when the stock's trading at FOMO area. Now, if you haven't done our online training course, you don't know what FOMO area means, just consider FOMO area all those stages in which the stock price is trading above this red line here. The interesting fact here is that Magnis Energy stock is trading under the pink line, which is the long-term moving average, and also at the red line, which is the short-term moving average. And those two very important indicators show that any entry around this price is far from buying at the FOMO area. And that's when we start mitigating risks of potential fall. One thing that I'm honestly don't like much at the moment is the fact that there is no much volume going on in the stock. But as soon as the volume start pumping up and the stock start going up, then we probably will have another a really good rally here. And I think just a matter of time. I think it's going to be a good year for Magnis Energy, just because there's so many things on the pipeline for the company. We just hope the market doesn't crash across the board. But if the market keeps moving sideways as we believe that will, and obviously macroeconomic facts, the demand for lithium ion batteries are very, very high at the moment, especially because EV revolution is happening as we speak. So many facts, many macroeconomic facts favorable for Magnis Energy as well, not just fundamental and not just technical. Guys, this is my thoughts on Magnis Energy. Obviously, it's a stock that has been moving a lot slower than lithium stocks, but worth taking a look at and worth at least putting on your watch list. Let us know what you think about Magnis Energy. If you agree with us, don't agree with us, more than happy to discuss that with you via our YouTube channel. So thank you very much for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.